Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
Welcome guys, and we are back with the Sutton United Let's Go to the Top. And as you can see here, we are first in the League One table. Things have been going extremely well since you were last with us. Since you saw us beat Derby and Cardiff in the last episode, we then went on to beat Leyden Orient 4-1. We then demolished Cheltenham 6-0, Charlton 3-2, Barnsley 4-1. Slip up away at Bristol Rovers, who were third in the table at the time. Lost 3-1 there, and we've just beaten Oxford 3-2. We're now going to be playing Rotherham, who lying 7th. Last time you were with us, they were first. Obviously, we are now. You're going to see us against Rotherham and Plymouth in this episode. A couple of transfer bits and pieces to go through in January. Few outs, and a couple of big high-profile ins. I've got a little bit crazy. So on the outs, Nick Houghton, we brought in as a backup. Hasn't really played. He's gone out on loan to Mansfield. We have sold Thomas Adjumon to Hearts of Oak. He wasn't playing. Ryan Cassidy, who didn't really play, has gone to Dundalk for 20k. And the Lebanese nightmare that is Omar Bougil, we sold to Notts County for 23k. He was getting a bit upset we weren't playing, so we decided to let him go. So obviously we've got a few holes in the squad now we've needed to fill. So we brought a few players in. Let's have a look at them now. So we bring in Jason Steele as the goalkeeper to give Wolves some competition. And we've got two big names joining us. Roll the VT. So as you see there, we've somehow managed to get Mesut Ozil into the club. He's only really going to ever come off the bench. He's rarely going to start. It's a bit of a Hollywood signing. I've mainly done it so we can increase shirt sales at the club and maybe bring in a few more fair weather fans. So Mesut Ozil's in, alongside this fella. Big Zlat joins the club. 42 years old, but it doesn't matter. He's our backup striker, coming off the bench. What a guy. Right, let's get to the Rotherham game. So the team to face Rotherham, we have Jason Steele in goal, Linton, Kirk, Goodliffe, Matheson at the back, Bellingham and Tunnicliffe in central midfield, Nerfield, Webster and Hutchinson behind Leighton up front. So we get the game underway against what's going to be a hard test against Rotherham. Coming up to the 20-minute mark now. Rotherham on the ball. First highlight of the game. McGart gives it to Barlaser, who's a good player. Wiles is through on goal. Hits the outside, the post goes wide. Coming into the last 5 minutes of the half now. Only the one highlight in it. We get a corner towards the end. Hutchinson swings it in. Rotherham clear, but only as far as Stewart. Gets it to Bellingham. Lovely curled effort, and Joe Bellingham bends one in. Gives us a 1-0 lead. A class finish from the Birmingham boy. We've got here on loan. McGart gets it clear. Stewart gives it back to Bellingham, who cuts inside and kills a beautiful effort round and past the goalkeeper. 1-0 Sutton, and that's it. That hammer blow just before half time puts us 1-0 up. Let's get into the second half. The second half is underway now. Kirk cuts it out, and now Tunnicliffe's on the ball. What can he do with it? Takes it under control and passes to Hutchinson. Plays a lovely through ball to Stewart, who's through on goal. Chipped it up with the finish. It's cut out and it's a corner. Can we get another goal from another set piece? Hutchinson's going to swing the ball in now. To the near post, Coyote clears. Nerfield on it. Gets fouled in the area, and that's going to be a penalty. Charlie Webster's going to be stepping up. And it's saved by Johansson. That's the first one he's missed all season. Going to run down the line now. What can he do with it? He gives it back into Tunnicliffe. Gives it to Webster, who's about to come off for Ozil. Stewart on the ball now. Plays the ball inside to Hutchinson. Gives it back to Bellingham, who plays a lovely through ball to Nerfield. Makes it 2-0. He was about to be substituted for Armstrong. And I think just to do with keeping him fit, we're probably going to carry on with that substitution. See here, Stewart gives it to Hutchinson, who plays a wonderful ball to Bellingham, who plays an even more wonderful ball to Nerfield. 2-0. Linton with the throw and gives it to Ozil. Goes long towards Armstrong, but Chester cuts it out. Barlaser on the ball now, gives it to Lindsay. Bondswell on it. He's going to bring it out of defence. He's going to run into the centre of the pitch here unchallenged. Gives it to John Jules, who's dropped deep. And Kelly's on it. He plays a good through ball to Harris, who's going to have a shot on goal. It's going to hit the bar. Goodliffe's going to come and mop it up. Linton now on the ball. He's going to run at the Rotherham defence here. He's Going to run down the line, plays a lovely ball for Armstrong. Can he get a cross in now? Goes back to Linton, who gives it to Bellingham, who's in loads of space, but he goes back to Linton anyway, crosses the ball in. Ibrahimovic with the header, and it's just wide. Last 8 minutes of the game now. Holm gives it to Knight. He loses out, and Rotherham get it back now. De Silva on the ball to John Jules. Thompson now with some space. Kirk nips in and gives it to Bellingham. Armstrong now through on goal. What can he do with it? Good finish, and Daniel Armstrong gets his 6th of the season, curls it round the Rotherham keeper, and puts this game firmly in Sutton's hands now. 3-0 up away at Rotherham is a great performance. Kirk nicked in, Bellingham with the through ball, and Armstrong just did the rest, running the defence, and just curls it past the goalkeeper with a lovely finish. And Sutton win 3-0. They're winning 3-0, we haven't won 3-0 yet. Coming into the last few minutes of the game now. We get one more highlight, Armstrong on the set piece. Just a very poor set piece, gives it straight to Barlaser, who's going to go long. Harris wins the flick on. Holm doesn't deal with it, and Kelly's through on goal. Saved by Steele, so Linton with the throw-in gives it to Ozil. Barlaser in 2-footed, and he gets a red card. And that looks to be it as we come up now, and that is it, 3-0 to Sutton. Pretty dominant performance. Great performance from the boys. As we see, that puts us 5 points clear. Top of the league now. Got a game in hand on Bolton, and played the same amount as the other teams. Starting to stretch away. So we're away to Plymouth. Let's see the team. So the team's played Plymouth. We've got Steele in goal, Linton, Kirk, Goodliffe, Matheson at the back, Bellingham, Tunnicliffe, Nerfield, Webster, Knight and Stewart. Hutchinson has just got an injury for 6 to 8 weeks. Casanova's still out for another couple of weeks as well. Right, let's get to the action. Right, the game is underway. Chadwick with the flow in for Plymouth now. Gives it to Akinola. Crosses the ball across. Managed to cut it out. Bellingham wins it, but only as far as Butcher. Akinola with another ball through. It's cut out. Tunnicliffe goes long. Scar gets pressured by Stewart, who wins it. Going to run down the line now. Goes back to Linton. Good hold-up play by Leighton Stewart there. Ball over the top. Nerfield heads it back to Linton. Poor pass back. Plymouth get possession back, but Linton manages to get it back off of Ennis. Goodliffe gives it to Kirk. Back to Linton. Bellingham now on the ball. Going to run forward. Plays Linton back through down the line. Can he get a ball in here? Comes back inside to Bellingham. Ball across the box. Leighton Stewart has an effort that goes just over. Edwards gives it to Hardle. Or Hardy even. Butcher to Wilson. Going to play out from the back. Akinola. But Knight's in there to rob the ball. Stewart's through on goal now. It's a good save by Cooper, the goalkeeper. Usually that only ends in one way, and that's with Leighton Stewart giving us a goal. But we've got the corner now. Ben Knight's over it. Curls one into the box towards Stewart. It's cut out by Plymouth. And Chadwick's going to clear it now. Got the throw in here. Linton gives it to Webster. Plays it into Stewart. Great pass. What can he do with it here? Goes across the box to Matheson. It's going to go back outside to Tunnicliffe. Bellingham's on it now, but he gets dispossessed and Randall's through. But Bellingham wins it back. Lovely ball up to Nerfield, who's got behind the defence now. Can he get a ball across? He runs across the box, gets a ball to Stewart. Goalkeeper dives the other side of him and he taps it home. Good goal from Sutton. I'm not too sure what the Plymouth goalkeeper's doing here. But Nerfield's going to cut a great ball across the box. The goalkeeper's just going to dive past the ball and leave Stewart just to tap it in. 1-0. We're coming up to half-time now. And that's it, we're going with a 1-0 lead. Not many highlights in that first half, but we've had the better off of it. Second half starts now. Plymouth going to build from the back with this set piece. They go long. Should be easy for Matheson to deal with. He's going to go back up the line though. Can Stewart win that in the air? Probably not. He's not the best aerially. Tunnicliffe picks it back up though, and Ben Knight chips a ball over. Wilson fails to deal with it, and Stewart can be through on goal now. Usually only one winner. But their goalkeeper's got the better of him on 2 one-on-one occasions now. Ben Knight's going to take this corner. Is he going to swing it in? He does. Easily cleared. Out to Nerfield. He's going to play Ben Knight back. He's going to cut inside to the box now, Ben Knight, and unleash an effort that goes over the bar. Still now with a goal kick. Goes out to the fullback Matheson. Plays it long and past to Ozil. Gives it to Tunnicliffe. Goodliffe on it now. Brings it out. Gives it to Knight. Goes inside to Stewart. Goes all the way back to Louis John, but we can build up more patiently now. Stays on the ball. Gives it to Goodliffe. Back to Horn. Spreads the play out to Matheson. Lovely stuff here from Sutton. Goes down the line to Ben Knight and he's through now. What's he going to do with it? He fires it into the corner. We go 2-0 up. It looked like he might cut it back for a second for a simple tap-in for Stewart in the middle, but he goes on his own and he scores. 2-0 Sutton. Great ball by Holmes switching the play. Matheson's left with quite an easy ball, playing Knight through down the line. And then Knight fools the goalkeeper, goes to the near post, squeezes it in. 2-0. Jackson now with the throw-in for Plymouth. Can they get anything out of this game? Miller swings a cross in. Linton deals with it, gives it back to Jason Steele. Stewart's up there. Loses to Wilson. Hardall gives it to Scar. Ball over the top, and Ennis is through now. He's a good striker at this level. What can he do? He can find the far corner. That is a great goal by Niall Ennis. Can Plymouth find their way back into this? 2-1. Hardy with the ball over the top. Ennis through on goal. Great one-touch finish. 2-1. Into the last few minutes of the game now. Can we hold on? 5 minutes going to be added on here. We're going to get any highlights, or can we coast our way through on this one? Looking like we're going to coast it, and we do. We win the game 2-1. After some late-minute Plymouth pressure. Nice work. And there we are, top of the league, still by 5 points with 13 games left in the season. Very, very tight League One season with only 12 points separating first to sixth. Got a 7-point gap between ourselves and third place now. So if we can continue to open that up, we should have automatic promotion hopefully sealed up pretty soon. We're going to look to come back somewhere later in the season. It'll be somewhere maybe towards the end of March, beginning of April. Of course, if for whatever reason we go on a massive tear and can get promoted before then we'll come back for that game. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Do me a favour, tickle all them buttons, like, subscribe, leave a cheeky comment, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.